everyone. Thank you to Hafiz for the introduction. Can you hear my voice? Yes. Okay. Okay. So today the topic will be ARM, arming your students, building the engagement muscles. And let me just introduce a bit myself. Okay, I did my degree from the University of Hafiz, and it's a 3D program with Institute Pendidikan Guru Malaysia, and then I finished my master's in international development and education from Newcastle University in the United Kingdom. Actually, I'm a primary school teacher before, and then after that only I started to, and now joining the higher education institution. Okay, I'm a teacher in SK Kampung Kenang, in Omega School 94 in Ghana, and then I work as a consultant in Croatia neighborhood, a YTL company, and then now I'm joining Unitar. Other than that, I'm also doing blogging. You can check out my blog at www.hafiz.kisah.com. And then I'm also a writer of 2 books, Life Through My Eyes and Teachers and the Steps Towards Perfection, and the second one, which is just published in 2014, Life Through My Eyes 2, From Kampung Kenang to Kasawa. I mean, we'll go into more details later on that 2 books, but I think the focus now is just to really do the muscle building. Isn't that the focus for today? The arm. Okay. The objective for today, we have 4 objectives. We're going to do warming up, and then we're going to do some cardio exercise, and then we're going to do weightlifting, and then that's it, and then we're going to cool down. Okay, are you ready to exercise? Oh. Okay, so are you ready to exercise? Move some muscles. I thought that's a topic, right? Okay, let's do some warming up. You don't have to should we stand up? Can we stand up, please? Okay, simple warming up. Okay, simple warming up. Move your hands.
No space.
Down.
No space.
Move your head, right and left. Okay. Put it on in your waist. Move it. Just a bit lah. Okay, and then take a deep breath. Okay. Breathe out. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Okay, sit down. Feel really, because I'm not going to do that kind of exercise. Okay? Because we're going to do ARM, that's the thing that we're going to do. Not the warming up, not the real activity. Okay, next one. Okay, what is arm? What is arm? So I'm just going to share with you this framework that been taught to me by University of Hertfordshire. They introduced this framework, like pedagogical framework. And it's called ARM. So what is ARM? ARM. A is active learning, R is reflection, and M is modeling. Have you heard all these 3 words before? Okay. Can you take like a few seconds to just discuss with people next to you? What do you think of all these 3 words mean? Done. A few seconds done. Okay. I heard a lot. I believe that the words are quite familiar, isn't it? Is it familiar? Active learning, reflection, and modeling. Right. Okay, we will go through one by one. And can we go back to the last slide? Before. A, I always believe that this is my own interpretation of art. I mean, even when every time I met with the people from University of Hafiz, this is what I will say to them. I put this A and R as the right and left hand, and then the R is the heart of this particular framework. Because why? Because I believe that reflection is the most important. Okay, it kind of like gives both ways of doing ARM stuff. Okay, let's go for our next topic, which is the cardio activity. That is, we already warming up. Now we're going to do the cardio activity. Why I call this cardio activity? Because ARM actually you will not get everything in only 1 hour. But I believe that cardio activity is a fast activity, isn't it? Like running, like jogging, isn't it? So now we're going to go very fast about what is ARM. Okay, active learning. Active learning is a process, it's engaging students, getting people to actively doing something. Active learning doesn't mean that something physically active in the class, but it also means that actively thinking, actively asking questions. As a teacher, as a lecturer, for example, in the class, we don't want our students to just, be still and just listen to our lecture. So in this pedagogical framework, what it suggests for us as a teacher, as a lecturer, to get our students to involve in the teaching and learning experience. So not just talk and talk, but gets our students to involve in the teaching and learning as well. Get them to think, get them to move, get them to write, get them to listen, actively listen. Okay, there's 2 ways of listening as well, isn't it? One is a passive listener. It's like you just listen, but then in your mind it might be something else, or it's an active listener. It's like you think about something else. You give a higher order thinking questions. Okay, that's active learning. So I'm going to do one activity because we are doing active learning, right? So I believe that we should do some active activity, isn't it? Okay. I want you guys, especially the new students, share your UNITA experience so far. Okay, but that experience is not going to share like this share. Okay, we're going to do magic ball activity. Okay? What happens is that when you catch the ball, and then when your thumb touch the colors, then that's what you need to do. Can we do it? Can you catch the ball? Yeah. Can you catch the ball? It's a must, It's a must. Okay? Just grab. Okay, what color is it? White. Okay, give me back. Next one. The color is green. Okay, share your experience so far. Just share your experience so far.
It's awesome to study over here because they're giving a lot of opportunities, especially the teachers, and blah blah blah.
Okay, thank you. It's okay to throw the ball. Yes. What color is that? Yes.
This morning somebody blocked my car.
Okay. You can throw the ball. Okay,
Okay, throw the ball. Cameraman.
throw it again to you. Okay? Okay lah. I think that's it. I want somebody to get red. Okay. So that's just one activity is learning. Before we move on to R, which is reflection, can you just share to your friend what we just did just now? Sometimes, just take a few seconds to just share what you feel with your friend. Okay? Is that okay? Can we move on to the next slide? Okay, then we're going to have a look a little bit more into reflection. Have you heard the word reflection before?
Yes.
So, but in education, reflection, not like you watch, you look at the mirror and then that's your reflection as well, isn't it? This is about thinking deeply, thinking about your own practice as a teacher, as a lecturer. Okay, reflection is a meta-cognitive strategy, which means that, it's about getting us to think, to connect about what happened around us. And then a practitioner engages in reflection when a problem in practice arises. An attempt is made to understand and resolve it. So it means that most of the time, as a practitioner, which is a teacher or any profession that you are in, if you reflect about what happened to you all day, what happened to you in your practice, in your work, in your daily work, then you can find a way maybe to improve your practice, isn't it? So that's what it means here. So in a pedagogy term, it's been applied, it's been suggested by Dewey in his experiential learning and also in problem-based learning as well. It means that when you are doing something in your class, you are teaching, you are teaching and learning in the class, then you might want to do a reflection after that or during that particular time. Okay, some model of reflection given by these two persons, Shen, which is very famous in reflection, Shen 1983, he suggested this reflection in action and reflection on action. So what is reflection in action? Reflection in action is reflection during that particular time. Like where, for example, now, when I look at my student or my audience now, everybody's so gloomy, then maybe I do some activity, then I reflect on what happened to people, and then I do something. That's a reflection in action. And then you have one more reflection on action, right after I finish this class, and then I go back to my table and I write down what happened the whole session. That is reflection on action. Okay? So that's two things. And then, or sometimes we used to call it formative and summative, isn't it? Formative is something that happened during that particular time, and summative is a sum up of what happened during all particular time. And the next one, the popular reflection person is Gibbs, 1988, because he suggested 6 stages of reflection. Most of the time it will be used when we're doing reflection on action, when we're sitting down, we're like thinking again. So this is what we do. We ask questions that help us. For example, number 1, a description. What happened? Okay, just to describe what happened. And then we add in feelings. What were you thinking and feeling during that particular time that we are reflecting? And then we evaluate what was good and bad about the experience. What is good and what is bad. We classify them. And then we analyze what sense can you make out of the situation. And then conclusion, what else could you have done? And the last one, action plan. If it works again, what would you do? So this is these two very famous people in reflection term. Okay? There are more, but this is like two things that I also always use when we talk about reflection. Okay, let's do one activity. Simple this one. Doesn't need to. Okay, just in a pair, can you name A and B? Okay, what happens is that A will think about the last class you were in before you enter this session. Okay, A will answer all the questions to B, and then later on B will do the same but telling A the exact thing as well, using the question. Can we do that? Okay, now everybody try to do it. Okay, done? Enough reflecting? No worries. Okay, you can reflect later on by writing as well. Okay? Can we move on to the next slide? Okay, the last one is modeling. Okay, tadi we have looked around the active learning, and then reflection, and then now modeling. Yes, anybody want to do a catwalk? Cheetah. Okay, so this is not that modeling. Okay, this is like modeling in education. As a teacher, how you model. Okay, Egan and Co-Chat, educational psychology, define modeling as changes in people that result from observing of actions of others. So by observing others, we do something. We change our habits. Okay. They also claim that modeling is a key element of social cognitive theory, which examines the processes involved as people learn observing others and gradually acquire control over their own behavior. So this is very important as a teacher as well, because how you model to your student is very important. Modeling can be in big terms. It can be something like your behavior, your own, or some skills as well, like writing skills, reading skills, how you speak to other people. All that can be a model as well. Okay? Different types of modeling. Reading a text, example, allowed to model a certain genre or style of writing. Right? That's a modeling as well. Showing an example of a completed project. You show it first, then only your student get the idea. Oh, this is how you do it. And then collaboration between teachers as a model of healthy relationship. So you show that how a teacher and student relationship happen in the class or outside of the class. And then modeling values like respect, kindness, and honesty, and modeling reading strategies. But my focus today is more into modeling in the classroom, the skills. Okay? Okay, are you ready to do one activity as well? Okay, next. Can we pass this note? Okay, I think some of my students are here, they know already. They know what to draw already. But all the others can use like wait. Okay. Everybody got your sticky notes? Yeah. Okay, get ready with your pen. We're going to draw. I'm going to model to you how to draw. Okay? Take your pen and draw a big circle. Big circle inside the... No, big now, as big as you can. Done? Done with the big circle? And then now I want you to draw a small circle at the end of your big circle. Done? Done? Done. Okay. Now the other end, I want you to draw a small trapezium. What is that? Trapezium is a crab. Something like that. Okay, done? Done? Done. Okay, on top of your circle, draw one line. Done? Okay, now create three what we call it, three line, three semicircle. Okay, with that and down. Okay, what did you get now? Okay, now everybody got the same thing. Better than this. So everybody got yellow birds now, okay? But do some people get like different animals? Other? I thought I model a bird. You get the bird. The tortoise. Everybody got a bird. Okay, keep the bird for now. Don't let the bird fly yet. Keep the bird. We're going to use the bird for later on. Okay? So keep the bird for now. Okay, put it in the cage. Don't let it fly yet. Okay, we go to the next slide. Okay, before we go to the weightlifting, can you just talk to your friend, people next to you, what have you just learned? A-R-M. Active learning, reflection, and modeling. Take some, 1 minute to just reflect to your friend next to you or in front of you, what have you just learned in active learning, reflection, and modeling. Okay. Do it now. Okay, are we done? Done already. So we're done with I'm done with introducing the ARM. Now I'm just going to share with you, which is a weightlifting I call this, because there are a lot. I'm just going to share my experience to you using ARM in my practice as a teacher. And as a researcher before. Okay, so I call this as weightlifting. It's a bit heavy. Okay. Next slide. Okay. Basically, I'm just going to share a little bit on what happened in book 1 and what happened in book 2, Through My Eyes, Digital Teachers and Steps for Reflection, and book 2, Through My Eyes, From Kampung Kenang to Tarsoa. Next. Okay. ARM in SK Kampung Kenang. So this school is an orang asli school. I taught this school in 2010 to 2012. It's in Sungai Siput, Perak, and the native people are Termian people. Okay. So these are just the students I come to. This is in the jungle. It is. Okay, next. Burung dah tutup. Okay. This is the most during that time in the school. This is the most important bridge that connects the village and the outside world. So, but then the good thing is that in the school, if the car pass by, then it will make a big sound. So it means that the school can get ready, whoever comes. You know what I mean? Like, that's the time. If people from JPM or PPD coming in, then you can hear, oh, somebody's coming to the school. Okay, that's the school. The building is very beautiful. The building is very beautiful. And sometimes when people come and visit our school at that time, people will forget that it's actually in the middle of the jungle. People always like, because of the building. And luckily, this school also already have the electricity and water running as well. So only 3 years at the time, only for 3 years at the time when I was there. Okay, next. One more. So near the hill, you can see. And then this is the, if you can see, the big building here are the hostels. And then the small building are the classroom. There are more students are living in the hostel. And then some students live in the hostel, but the hostel also like not so full as well. For example, level 3 that nobody staying there, so it's like just empty. But then the class is like on the ground because it's safe for the students, so that they don't have to climb the stairs and all. Okay, next. The challenges being there as a new teacher at the time, you need to remember I'm still young at that time. Innocent. Angel. Okay. The location of the school is situated in the jungle, far from the town, and then no phone connection. You know, at that time also like you have Facebook and all that already, right? So it means that if you teach in that school, you have no access to all that. Okay? And then the pupils, the Mia language is their first language, Malay is second, and English of course will be alien to them. And then they're not used to the school system, and what school is, they're not used to the school system. They just follow what their friend doing. Especially the one that lives like very far up to the hill. Okay, they have no idea, they just follow. Even the parents also like don't know, they just send to make it easy for them. They send it to the hostel, then they don't have to think about the children for a week, isn't it? And then only the weekend they come and get the student. You know, from very young age, 7 years old, they already stay in the hostel. So it's very, very small children living in the hostel on their own. And they're very simple as well. You know, like sometimes you can see them wandering around not wearing shoes. Or even sometimes the interesting part about them is that they receive a brand new material like from the school, like new shirt, new shoes. They will not use it, but they will keep it for Hari Raya. Something like that. Okay? Or and then food also prepared by the school as well. And then sometimes you can see that the students when we did the assembly, right? And then suddenly you can see their hands inside the pocket. And then you know what? Fried chicken in the pocket from the canteen while listening to the teacher speaking in the assembly. So they just do whatever they want. Okay? So maybe if the hands in the pocket here, maybe fried chicken inside the pocket. I hope not. Okay. Books, stationery, school uniform, food are all provided by the school. So, back to ARM. What I did in that school is that for 3 years there, what I did is that I like to get my students to involve in my teaching and learning. So for example, I'm teaching maths, I'm a maths teacher. So for example, what I do is that instead of teaching them maths like regularly, telling them and then ask them to do and listen to me, so I change the activity into more active learning activities. Okay? For example, here we are playing nenek si bokok 3 and plus like knowing numbers. You can see behind them, right? Like the seeds. And all of them, they have a number behind them. And you know how to play nenek si bokok 3, right? You want to play here?
No. No.
The song? Yeah, this is the song. But the title of the song? You want to yes, that one. So they just walk in a circle, and then the one in the middle will go and catch one person and then say what's the number behind. Okay, because now it's just introduction to numbers. So get them to be familiar to numbers. If they don't know what's the number here, 6, then they will count, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then they get 6. Okay, so, and then what I like to do is that I like to use materials that are available around me. And if you can see this is like my tie. Okay, next.